shelter thing. So, let me see. That's it, you know. So you're on the, and yeah, I was fooling with that adjustment on the appearance there. It's more like, I think it's more like it kind of makes the line fatter, but it kind of makes it blurrier looking too, I think. No, that's another station in there. Do you hear that guy?
Yeah, that's that guy, I think Bruce. The KC1FRF or something. Yeah, that's who it is. Hi, Bruce. I can't really hear you. You're right down at the noise. But anyway, Pop, God, I just forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, the line. No, it does look a little blurrier now, but it's smoother. If that makes it's smoother looking, you know what I mean? I like it better than what it was before. It's not so like harsh looking. You know, it looks better to me. I don't know. Where do I have mine set at? Mine's set at 1.2 line width, and I could go. And see, like before, it would go down to 1.0 and it wouldn't adjust any lower than that. That was the lowest it would go. And then you could go thicker, but it would like go up to one thickness above 1.0. It wouldn't be linear, you know what I mean? 1.1 it wouldn't change, 1.2 it wouldn't change. It would go up to like one where it had like two different sizes, no matter where you put the numbers. And now it's, you know, you can adjust it wherever, and it changes every time you click the thing. So I like it a little better. But how's Ed doing? That's good he stopped by today. I guess everything worked out with him, which is good. And when did I talk? Oh, I saw one of them lantern flies today. You know them lantern flies they're talking about that eat the crops and are really bad for. They're like, you know, one of them. What's the species they call them? A bad species, but you know the other word I'm looking for. And I saw one at work today, and I whacked it and killed it. You're supposed to kill it when you see them. W3MMR.
No, that's not that Bruce. That's not Columbia. There's another QSO going on in there. I don't know where them guys are at, out in the west or something. You got that intermittent thing. Your signal's jumping up and down. I want to, maybe it's one of the other strong guys comes in here. They can see it and document it, but there's something loose or a bad connection somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, I'm watching the watt meter. My foot did slip off the foot pedal a couple times because if I don't hold it down hard, my foot switch is messed up. It'll like unkey and key real quick a couple times. Maybe that was it.
Now you're not going to see that on that digital watt meter because those numbers jump all around. If you're going to see it, you're going to see it on a regular meter popping up and down. But I definitely see it on my S meter here.
KC2, Sierra Delta Radio.
Good evening, W3MMR.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on there? What's going on? Did you call Betsy or did you message her?
Yes, I messaged her. And she said that they only have the lube tech position is the only thing they got. And so she wished she could help me more, but nothing much she can do at the moment.
Okay. Who's that other guy in there, SDR? What's your name again?
My name is Mike.
What kind of radio you got there, Mike?
I got the Kenwood TX 2000 here, giving out about 25 watts of power.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not going to see that on that meter with that radio. All right, yeah. Well, that's, there you go, so. All right, well, it gets hot underneath underneath this table, and I got to lean over for this microphone. This little boom doesn't go back that far. I'm trying to lean back. It's just like sitting over top of a campfire.
And 1 ALF.
Hey, Rob. Question. Listen, watch my signal, okay? And see if you see your S-meter jumping around, or you hear my audio cutting out, or anything funky with my signal while I'm transmitting. My dad's seeing something, his S-meter bouncing around while I'm transmitting, and I'm not seeing anything on my end.
Nothing on the S-meter on the SDR there, and I'm using console version 3, and I'm not hearing anything. So hello, friends, hello, Mike, and hello, Pierre. Yeah, with your digital meter, and this is the thing with detecting electronics, there's hard to do. The digital is nice, but the analog will show you any kind of movement. And W1QJ from King's Conversion up here in Danbury, Connecticut, who does the amp work and worked on my amp, came over and wired it to 220 there. So when I was in his house there, he said, you know, the LP100A is a great meter. I mean, it's the top of the line to do many things there. And I said, well, how come you have an analog? Because the analog will show some kind of movement there, and that's what he wants to repairing there. So if you can throw an analog meter in between there, that helps a lot.
Well, actually, I have an analog meter on my tuner.
No, you want to throw like a watt meter and WR watt meter, in between all.
And I can see.
I have a Daiwin with mine.
If it's bouncing around at all.
I'm older and can't see.
Hello, radio 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can see the analog watt meter on my tuner now. It's not moving. It's right at about 200 watts of carrier, that's what I'm running right now, about 200 watts of carrier. So nothing yet.
Yeah, there is a signal coming in there again. I guess that's that signal that has been in here for a while there. So, but I'm not seeing anything. And I know on my foot switch there, I have I forget what make it is. It's made here in Woodstock, Connecticut. Actually, I bought 3 of them from a tailgate party at one of the ham clubs here, local here, and I got it for $2 a pop there. And they're still available. They're still making them new. They make every and you still. I don't know if I told you that one to get that one on. They're on eBay, and they've been where you find. But sometimes if I double click there or my foot switches off, it kicks out the K70YY, which should be coming tomorrow with no glitches and niches and all that kind of stuff. So all right, I heard you in there, and I did want to give you a report there since your dad was checking things out there, and you're being a bug killer today. So all right, I got to go get a couple things done. I got to go do laundry, jump in the dishwasher, and have something to eat. So maybe we'll catch up to you later. A lot of lightning strikes going up there towards the Great Lakes out there and out there towards Kansas City there. So it's going to be a static night. And when you left, extra left.
Hey, Alfie, KB1AL.
You're too late, Al. I'm just heading out, Al. I got to go get things done. I just finished the lawn there, so I didn't go wash the tidy whities.
All righty.
No, tidy whities, not the all righties.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm just popping in myself. KB1AL.
All right, we got W2SDR, W3MMR, and then Mike. Mike, I don't know whose call sign. That's KB1AL. That's Al up in south of Bury, Connecticut, north of me. So I'll leave you with him.
All right, take care. Well, say hello to Frank, SDR. How you doing, KB1AL? Al, are you copying me, Frank?
Yeah, you're not real strong, but I'm copying you there, okay. We're getting a little QRM from down below, but I got you in there.
All right. Okay, I just wanted to catch Alf in there and just came back from the store. It's, you know, shopping store time, so I got stuff for dinner. So, all right, heading on up. I just wanted to say hello and just listening for a little bit here. But I catch you guys later. Go ahead, carry on, KB1AL.
Okay, Al. Catch you later, man. W2SDR. That could be me too, Perry, in this receiver. This sensitivity control's a little wacky in here. I think I'm going to want to change it. So that's why I wanted some other reports there, because it's got I turn it down and then it gets to a spot where it drops way down. You know, it's not real linear, so I may have to. I think I tried cleaning this thing, but I may have to replace this sensitivity. Not that I use it all the time, but I should replace it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I haven't. You're the only one that I've heard that from. You know, and also, you know, a lot of guys don't tell people a lot of the times that they hear something, you know, or people don't even notice a lot of the times, you know. So Rob's got a pretty good receiver over there, so he probably would have heard something if was, you know, something going on. So yeah, we'll just keep an eye on it. I'll keep asking around. But I'm also making a recording at the moment, so I can go back and listen to that and see if I hear anything. But so you just on the S meter, you don't hear anything in the audio, as you just see it on the meter?
No, I hear it in the audio too. It's like there's a loose connection, but it could be a loose connection on my end.
Okay, I got you. Okay. Yeah, getting a little static here. I guess it's par for the course. It's going to be hot tomorrow, man. It's supposed to be really nice at the end of the week. I think they're calling for like the mid-60s on Friday.
Yeah, it's supposed to be hot tomorrow in the 90s and cool way down. And I'm just looking at the, that's fine with me. And I know it's fine with you. I'm just looking at the schematic in here, see what the value is. It's a 10K selectivity pot. So I forget with this thing, I'll have to get a screwdriver if how hard it is to get it out. The pot out of this thing. I'll have to see. Hopefully I don't have to take the front panel off, but I don't think. Can't see behind it. I can't find that stream light thing of mine, the flashlight.
I was dragging my feet for a second. There's a carrier in there with you. I didn't know if somebody wanted to say hello. That stinks. These things aren't cheap either. I have a couple stream lights. I have the big one, big rechargeable job with a couple batteries that I use at work, and then there's a small pen light that's rechargeable that I carry around with me all the time. I think I might have told you, I lost 3 of those big ones in a matter of probably 4 or 5 months, and they cost over $200 a piece. Oh, man. I was leaving them in customers' cars or under the hood, you know, and rushing, and then you don't think about it. You leave it, shut the hood, back the car out, and never see it again. I know what it's like to lose one of them things. But, yeah, Fridays looks like the high is 64 on Friday. A high of 62 on Saturday. Going down to 46 on Saturday, man. That's great. Yeah, fall has arrived. W3MMR.
Yeah, this thing is recessed, the nut. I can probably get it out with a deep socket. But the problem is getting it back on the pot again, you know? Once I change it. That's the problem. Because it's going to, well, I can probably put it on the shaft. I may be able to do that.
But what you can try to do if it's recessed, you take a socket, all right? You take a piece of paper, put it on the end of the socket, and then take the nut, and then shove the nut on there. Okay, so it holds the nut tight at the end of the socket. And then take a little pick or something and poke a hole in the middle, you know, where the bolt or where the pot, will go through. And then it'll hold the nut on there nice and square. And you just hold the socket or whatever you're using to take it off, if you're using the socket, and just twist the socket on, and it'll spin it right on there. You know what I mean?
No, run that past me again. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, say if you're using a socket to take that nut off and it's recessed in there, you can't get your fingers on it to start on the threads, you take the nut, okay, you take the socket, you get a piece of paper, hold it over the end of the socket where you put the bolt on, you put it on the bolt, and they'll put on the nut, and you take the nut and shove it in to the end of the socket, so the paper is in between the nut and the socket itself, and it just takes up enough space to hold the nut, hold the nut in place, right at the end of the socket, so it won't fall out, or it doesn't go falling in it, and it won't go falling out. And then just take a little pick or a little tiny screwdriver and poke a hole in the middle of the nut, so the shaft of the potentiometer can go right through the middle of it. And then just take this, the socket, and you'll be able to start the pot that way, so you don't have to use your fingers and try to get the nut in there.
That sounds like a good idea. I'll be able to do it. I'm just going to work with this thing, because this thing hasn't been used in a long time. It might just clear up, because I think that's what it is. I think it's a sensitivity pot. So, the more I use this thing, it'll loosen up, hopefully. I think I sprayed contact cleaner in there, but I might do it again. Just kind of work with it,
Yeah, spray it in there, work it back and forth, and if you got a new pot, put a new pot in there. But who knows how long the thing was sitting for before you got it, and so you already seen that cap was there's basically quote unquote nothing left of it. It wasn't doing anything, so I'm sure the thing was probably sitting for a while. It just needs to be put through its paces.
I am not hearing anything weird on your signal, Perry. They're working out in the yard. W2 very weak.
Hi, Dave. Cool. Thanks for the report, and enjoy the yard work.
These pots are hard to find anymore. Like a regular full-size pot, they're not easy to find.
You know the value of it?
Yeah, it's a 10K. I'm not saying I can't find it, but they're not as easy as they used to be. I want to get the right shaft length. If I have to cut it, I have to cut it, I guess. It's just a round shaft. It's not one of those that's keyed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure you can find one online. Just put it in Google real fast. Yeah, there's a bunch of. I don't know what the thing looks like, but these look like they might work. They're not the mini, the little mini pots you can get from Amazon for a dime a dozen. These are the larger ones.
That one that come up on Amazon looks perfect. Says 2 of them, a single-turn carbon film rotary taper, whatever a rotary taper is. I'm not sure what the hell that is.
See if I can find the one you're looking at on Amazon. baseball playoffs start tonight. I think the Brewers and the Nationals are playing in the wild card game tonight.
Oh, yeah, I might watch a little bit of that baseball game. Watch some real teams play.
I still can't believe they haven't fired Capo yet, man. That's all they've been talking about on sports radio. I don't know if you listened to Missinelli today or watched him. He brought up some good points. I think what they're going to do is, what I thought of this the other day too, when they didn't fire him immediately, was they're waiting until they hire somebody else before they decide to fire him. Because Gabe may be the number 3 pick, and they have to say Joe Madden, which is probably going to go to Los Angeles, and say Joe Girardi, which might go to the Cubs. If they can't get one of those two, they might just stick with Gabe, or some other manager, and they don't want to fire the guy and then, have to go with number 4 or number 5.
Yeah, because they'd have to appoint an interim if they just fired. There's no reason to fire him until they find somebody else.
44 OLJ.
Yeah, see, the U-Walls are starting to come in now. So that's what happens where I live here. I get them right in between. Do you hear those guys down south real loud? Dave, over. Oh, I thought Dave was in here.
Yeah, he was out doing work in his yard. Might be tied up. I can hear him here. He was almost 20 over there. Got it keyed up.
Yeah, that's why we got to move down the band sometimes, because it gets awful crowded up here. And this is like really the call-in frequency, and it gets jammed up,
No, we can just get down if you want.
Look down here on 73, or 75, see if it's okay.
It looks open. I saw a carrier down there a bit ago, but nobody's talking.
Yeah, just stay here. I mean, you're so damn strong. I'm going to look on eBay now for the pot. But I'm going to work with this one for a while. And, see what I can come up with. Or maybe I'll call Hammerland.
There you go. Maybe we could talk to that girl that was in that picture.
Yeah, I wonder what she looks like about now.
She probably looks like Mama. That was mean.
No, you kidding? That woman's got to be dead by now, probably. She's older than Mama. She looks about 25, and that was 1946. So that's older than, she's almost 100 years old.
Yeah, she'd be up there, man. Is these the pots you were looking at? Was it single turn rotary carbon linear variable pot? Is that the one you're looking at?
That's the one I was looking at, but that ain't going to work. So it's what you call it? That's a motor control pot. And I got to make sure I get one that's the right diameter and the right thread and everything, so it'll fit in there. See, this is a half-watt shaft length mounting hole, shaft length 10 millimeters. So that's about right. I mean, I can always cut the shaft. Half-watt, that's okay. But I got, see, a lot of times on eBay, they don't tell you the outside diameter of the damn thing. They don't give you, the whole spec cut sheet,
I remember it now, WIA. Anyway,
strap. Most of them are like 6 millimeter, I think. 6.3. If I remember correctly. That's like the general size.
I think they said.
Size, yeah, 6 millimeters usually.
And tomorrow.
Usually the
said in
diameter of them.
84.
That's the ones that we get, the small ones. That, buy in bulk, the same size as that, and 6 millimeter, is what the size of yours is.
Well, this one says 16 millimeter with dust seal. I'm looking at eBay. So 16 millimeter, that's going to be the outside, that diameter of the pot itself. So 16 millimeter, I can get my conversion program. Do you know off the top of your head about how wide that would be in inches?
W4OLJ.
It's about a half an inch, 0.6 inches.
Oh, that's too small. This pot's probably at least an inch. You know what kind of a big pot,
Yeah. I guess if worst came to worst, I have a whole bunch of them big pots over in my other parts right now. And the DX100, but I doubt one of them's a 10K. You never know, but you want to put a new one in there.
Oh, yeah, if I'm going to go through all the trouble of changing it, man, it's going to be one that's going to work. Okay, here's a Hammerland pot, AF gain pot for an HQ 160. Okay, I don't know what that was, $15. It's used. OEM. I don't know. I'd have to look up an HQ 160 and see if it's a 10K.
Yeah, I'm looking at that one right now. Is that what it looks like, though? Is that the one yours looks like?
Yeah, it's got to look like that. It's a 10K regular pot. All of them in this thing have the same shaft length. Let me just see what the volume control is in a 160 as far as the value. It's probably a larger value, though, than a 10K for a tube volume control. See, it's a 1 meg. See what I'm saying? So I need a 10K. The volume controls for tube stuff are usually very high resistance, so this ain't going to work.
Yeah, you'd have like a super sensitivity knob, super sensitivity adjustment.
The problem is it would all be at one end. It would all be at one end.
Yeah, it would all be right down at the bottom, all the way to the left. I didn't even realize my phone was dead. It's been off for like God knows how long. Oops. W3MMR. I haven't said that in a while.
W2SDR. Yeah, I'd have to. I'll find one. It's not going to be that much of a problem, or else I'll try to clean. It's not something you use all the time. I just don't want a bad spot on it.
Right. My little amplifier's on the way. She sent me the tracking number this morning. I didn't realize you sent it to me. Let's see where it's at. See if it got sent out. A lot of times I'll send you the tracking number and I'll just be like waiting shipment. Whoa. It's supposed to be here tomorrow.
You have to sign for it?
No, the guy's in Lawnside. The guy's right over the bridge.
You could have went to pick it up.
It said he was in Michigan. On his thing. Let me see. No, I guess it does say Morristown, New Jersey.
Yeah, Morristown, New Jersey.
I know where that is. Jesus. Could have saved myself $13.
It would have cost you $13 to go get it.
It would have cost me more than that to go get it. Oh, that's cool. It'll be here tomorrow, my day off.
That's cool.
You know, I seen Wednesday, and it said Wednesday the 2nd. And I was like, oh, I guess that's next Wednesday. And I would look at the date. I said, wait a second, today's the 1st. I should have paid all my bills today. I wanted to jump off a cliff.
Why?
It's the 1st of the month. I hate the 1st of the month. I hate being old. Adulting sucks.
What?
I said adulting, being an adult sucks. I wish I could be like back in high school again with no responsibility, no job, you know, living at your house, getting yelled at all the time.
Are you kidding? I don't want to do that.
I know you don't.
Where's all your buddies at tonight?
They're probably lurking. Somebody's always listening. Somebody's always listening. Actually, let me check Steve's web SDR, because normally there's a couple guys on there that always, hey, Gary's listening. WA1EIG. Good evening, Gary. He's a frequenter of the Steve's. There's a chat box at the bottom of QIX's web SDR, and it's got their regulars on there. Pretty strong up there. I'm 20 over in his receiver. Well, that's cool. I'm pretty excited about that thing coming tomorrow. That's a welcome surprise. I gotta make some dinner, man. I'm starving.
All right, I'm going to sign out. I'm going to watch TV and look for this pod on here. So I'll catch you later, W2SDR.
All right, man. Good hearing you. Let me know how you make out with the pot. And I'm gonna go see what channel his baseball game's on and go relax for a little bit. Take care. W3MMR.
7-3. W2SDR.